Hey everyone, the name is Kris Barocsi, and this is the biggest day of my guitar player life. I'm finally done with my solo album, and today is release day. 9 songs, 8 musicians. We'll talk about a bit of both. But first of all, this is where you can get it. You can stream it, Deezer, Spotify, wherever you like to stream music. You can buy the album, iTunes Store, etc. All those stores where you can buy digital format music, and you can get a vinyl. I decided to go the expensive path. Damn it, if you want high quality vinyls, wow, it's gonna cost you thousands. So yeah, I went there and I made a couple of those. So if you want to get a vinyl, you'll find a link in the description here. Today I want to talk about the collaborators, the people who played on the album, the mix, the cover and all those things. But because it was quite a struggle and a big decision for me to decide on how I release the album and what I go with. Do I make vinyls or CDs or none of those? Do I go for a distributor, a label maybe, all by myself? Those questions are super important. There's a lot of administration thing happening in the background. It really is a pain. So I will make a video on that, like how I released the album. I'll talk about the distributor who also pressed the vinyls. It's called Hofa Media. I'm really happy with this company. I'm really happy that I chose them. And I'll explain what the options would be if you want to, if you're like a smaller band or like a not very, mainstream project and want to bring out an album, what your options are, what the pros and cons are, and why I went with this kind of blend solution, this kind of hybrid solution, working with a distributor who will take care of a lot of stuff, but also being in charge of a lot of things myself. This thing I went for with Hofa Media is amazing. Stay tuned for that. It's gonna be coming up in a couple of days here on the channel. Another piece of news is that I'm launching my my homepage. It's very easy to remember. If you see the channel name here, Kris Barocsi, the spelling is weird. I know, it's what it is. KrisBarocsi.com. Super simple. Very short. You'll find additional infos and links to where you can get the album, of course. Some other stuff such as lyrics, for example. I don't have a proper booklet, but I wanted to include the lyrics somewhere and let you sort of read through them if you want to listen to the songs and read the lyrics at the same time. Just something that I did when I was young, a lot actually. Maybe some of you will enjoy the lyrics. And the other thing I wanted to talk about are the artists, the collaborators. I have 7 amazing musicians. I'm the 8th, so that doesn't count. I would obviously participate in my own project, right? But let's start with drums. I had 2 drummers on the album. The first one is Jan Hayes. He played 8 out of 9 songs, and he also mixed those 8 songs. He was the mixing engineer for those songs. Amazing drummer. I met him years ago, and we immediately clicked. You know that feeling when you're like, oh, that musician, I want to work more with that person, and that was immediately. And the other drummer is Lucas Schmidt, who is a great pal, a really good buddy, ex-colleague at Thomann, and also great drummer. And he played one of the songs, Your Pride. Now let's move on to bassists. 2 amazing bassists. First of all, the one and only Julia Hofa, co-host on the Thomann channel, of course. Amazing session pro and just a wonderful person. She said yes, so she played bass on one song, the second song actually, This Dawn. And that's the one with the groovy reggae bass line. I love it to pieces. It's perfect.
There's no time to lose. Getting the road is calling. Can you feel the tension rising with it?
The other bassist is Nate Navarro, one of our craziest contemporary bass player. It's insane, his technique, his mojo, the sound. Plays with, you know, Devin Townsend and Porcupine Tree and whatever, like a proper pro bassist. Also has an amazing YouTube channel. Go, of course, and check it out. And he played 2 songs, Wasting Chances, which includes the main riff. That is something that I wrote for one of his videos on his channel. It was our like collaborational video many moons ago. And the other song is the title song, Ego Town. Amazing bass playing, and listen to the solo section where he plays the unison with the guitar. It's just like, yes, okay, thank you. And then let's move on to guitars. I have my brother from a French mother, Guillaume Chonat, who played an amazing slide guest solo on one of the songs. The song is called Living Your Dream, and it's just such a good moment. My favorite part of that song, really. I have it in my head. It's like an earworm. So that's really cool. And then, of course, 2 amazing special guests. My wife, Roxanne. Roxanne sang on one of the songs, Shelter and Curse, and that was like a last minute thing. She's a singer, amazing, sort of darker, smoky voice. Really, I love her voice. And yeah, I asked her like, hey, do you wanna sing in a song? And then we started experimenting with that song, and it turned out so great. I love that part.
Running in circles is your shelter and curse, your never-ending verse. You are no deadhead, it's the leading role, and you have to take control. You are wanted, becoming for.
And also my son, Julian, who played keyboards in the last song, The Light. He played some Hammond on his own personal Roland or whatever keyboards. So my boy, I'm really proud of him being a part of this project. It just makes it that much more personal, of course. And one more thing, I sing. I'm the main singer, except for the part where Roxanne sings. But I don't feel like I'm a main singer type of person. I'm more like a guitar player who sings. I never felt like I want to do this or need to do this or I'm good enough to do this. But since it's a solo record and it's so hard to find the right voice for a whole album or even just for songs, and also so hard to organize everything, I felt like I will never ever finish this album if I don't just draw a line and say like, okay, that's it, I'll sing, end of story. And why not instrumental? I love really long instrumental parts in like a jam song, like a fusion rock something, or like a blues song with super long instrumental sections. I love that. But human voice is, to me, such an important part of this puzzle. I would miss it if it was just no vocals. So why would I write music like that, right? Let's talk about the cover for a second, because it's a really fun story. It all started out with me talking with my brother-in-law, David, who made these, by the way, the guitars with a 3D printer. I told like, hey, you're playing with the Midjourney thing, right? And can you make me a couple of pictures, like make the AI make pictures, just given these things, like give a couple of like hints, right? A person standing in the middle of like a dirty city with a lot of mirrors and everything. And then he came back to me with a couple of options. And then there was this one in that bunch. And I thought like, okay, well, that one version is pretty cool, but can you change this, can you change that, blah, 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 and like scale it up so that the resolution is good enough for like a vinyl cover. And then he sent that over and then started working on that. Took a picture of myself so that it's like connected to the album as well, you know, and then making the reflections in the mirror and everything. And it turned out to be like a really big Photoshop project. But I wasn't really happy with, like, it was kind of not bad. Like for a YouTube thumbnail would have been awesome, but for like the cover of my album that I worked on for so long and it's so important to me, I felt like I'm not there yet. So I met on Instagram this one graphic designer dude, Zsolt Ilya, who's also from Hungary, and he wrote me like, hey, in case you need, I've heard you are working on your album and the cover and everything. If you need help, just let me know. We can probably figure out something. And then at first I told like, yeah, well, I got this. And then a couple of weeks or months later, I went back to him saying like, hey, Zsolt, I think I need your help. I'm not happy with the font. I don't know what to do with this, how to make that work. The back cover, which is something I also started working on. Can you fix this? Can you make this awesome? So then he did. And then we ended up with this whole visual awesomeness that Zsolt did. So I'm really happy that I asked for professional help. Like it was the hardest section of releasing the album and trying to treat the songs on the album as good as possible, right? Not just putting them online somewhere and like whatever, you know, trying to make it cool, trying to make the cover nice, trying to have like actual hard copies, like vinyls and everything, then registering all the songs. It's the bureaucratic side and the whole administration side of releasing an album is a huge pain. So make sure to join in for that other video, the how to release your own music video that I'll put out in a couple of days. And for now, yeah, check out the album, of course, stream it, buy it. Yeah, I really appreciate it. And of course, check out the homepage as well, krisbarocsi.com, and see you very soon. Bye-bye.